Alright everyone, welcome back to some level 1 fun. You couldn't tell by the thumbnail. Got some new duds, got some new gear. Not all of it necessarily relevant to my school. Most important thing, got some health, got some more mana. So we're rocking with kind of what we're looking at here. The storm accuracy is going to be pretty huge, not gonna lie. Did get the Ascendant Staff back. Bought another one. It only cost me dinner for a couple nights. Just kidding. Got an all healing pet, pretty much, except for Steel Ward. That was kind of a fail. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we're rocking with. Unfortunately, as we progress on to Firecat, I'll kind of talk about my discovery with the new updates of spells that I'm not necessarily in favor of. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, I have enough spell limits to get Rat Spin on this. It's alive. I mean, that's perfect, right? Come to find out, it now costs a life-specific pip. But at first, I was like, okay, then that's cool because it only costs 2 pips, and one of them being a regular life pip. And the Arc Mastery Jewel has no level requirement. Oh, there we go. Look at that right there. Yeah, it has no level requirement. Unfortunately, anything I want to use the gem with is like level 15 plus. So I don't know why they would have that with no level requirement if there's no staffs or anything that can, or excuse me, if there's no thames or blades or anything, rings that you can use the jewel with. So that doesn't really make too much sense. All that to say, long story short, thought I was going to be level 1 with Rat Spin and just be balling, but unfortunately, that is not the case. Quite unfortunate indeed. But that's okay. We got treasure cards. So we're just going to try to breeze through Firecat. Very eager just to get into Crocotopia and just really see how things progress from there. But yeah, so, I mean, with the new gear and the health, the extra health for sure, it's going to be huge. I would almost say Crocotopia shouldn't be an issue. It's kind of a bold statement to say this early, but you know, I feel like that could be the case. And you cannot tell me that I am not looking fresh right now. I'm looking super fresh. Yeah, so just get these guys up out of here. Come to think of it too, being a life wizard, I do have the option to just go hatch one of those little bird pets that give Leaf Storm. That is an option I could explore. So, not opposed to that as well. To be honest, for a while after I finished, what is it, Caramel, got max level, got a little burned out of wizards. Then I saw some other YouTubers doing this challenge and kind of inspired me. Shout out to, I think Froggies is his name on YouTube. He did some really good videos. I've seen some of his videos. I'm not gonna spam watch the level 1 videos because he did the same playthrough kind of thing. I didn't know at the time, truthfully. I knew someone had to do it. I just didn't know he had done it already. I'm gonna try not to watch those videos just so I can be surprised. I don't want to be taking any strategies from anyone else. I just truly want to see if I can do this organically. But he has some pretty good videos, so anyone gets bored of my riveting commentary, go check out Froggies. He's pretty cool. Believe that's his name. I'll have to follow up on that. But yeah, so anyway, so he did it all the way through Mushu. So I'm curious to see if I can make it that far as well. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, these guys kind of got chunky health. Now, I can't remember, but does Celestia have a level requirement? I'm honestly not too sure. I can't remember. I don't need to waste those treasure cards right now. So yeah, so this is going to be interesting because I don't have any deck upgrades that I've seen. I've done a little bit of research since Triton Avenue, and yes, I do not have any deck upgrades. I do not have any other ring or a theme upgrades. Unless there's one out of a pack that I'm just not seeing. I've got a couple avenues of gear improvement I could go into. I did notice that the Tanglewood Gauntlet has a level 1 staff that gives a power pip, which is huge. So I could be a level 1 with, 3 starting pips, which, if I do decide to go that route, then I could just pack my deck full of, maybe Meteor Strike or Meteor Strike treasure cards and just do that turn 2. So that seems pretty cool. So I've certainly got options there. Obviously, my crown gear isn't tuned by any means. So I could always go for, some better crown gear that's more pertinent to what I'm trying to do. I almost wonder if this is... Well, a couple things. So a couple things are on my mind. So, one, I can't remember if Celestia has a level requirement. If it doesn't, I do think it could be possible to do Celestia as a level 1. Reason being, you could train Conviction, perhaps. And this is just me brainstorming, but you can train Conviction to give you a little bit of a good chance to crit block. I could hatch a pet, which would be kind of hard to find this pet because no one else would want to hatch it, but I could find a all health giver pet, maybe with some resist or something in there, maybe it may cast heal, I don't know. Could in theory be a level 1 with, maybe 1100 health. 1100 health, starts off with 3 pips, and train Leaf Storm. The only thing is you'd pretty much have to start each battle basically with Conviction. Otherwise, they're just going to straight up going to hit you, and they're going to crit every time because you've got absolutely no crit rating, and it's just not going to be a good time. So these are the things that I'm pretty much mulling over in my head. I'm definitely committed to the idea of taking this as far as it can go. But even once we hit that brick wall, we could still unlevel lock and then re-level lock, and then all of a sudden we're, level 50 or something in Safaria, and level 50 in Azteca or whatever, and that could be pretty interesting, pretty entertaining. So I do know of Decathlon decks, which are all treasure card based, but they give you like 30 spell slots for treasure cards, so that is potentially a good avenue to go in as well. Because I do think there's going to become a point where the treasure card slots in my starter deck is not really going to suffice. So, a couple things I'm just mulling over as far as that goes. Yeah, getting that extra 10 mana, though, is pretty huge. Pretty huge because, yeah, it would have been a little cumbersome to be setting markers and then having to go refill my mana every couple battles. Remember to stay hydrated, boys and girls. So at the moment, I'm thinking, I think with my work schedule, it's probably doable to have 2 episodes done a week. But right now, I'm just having a good time. I'm gonna try to hammer out an episode a day. Don't quote me on that. But that's gonna be the goal. We gotta go all the way back to the rotting bodies. But these are in haunted caves, so it's a little different. Whoa, big lag spike. I feel like it's gonna be by Wormgut's Tower. I was wrong. Is it by Fire Globe Theater? I was wrong. Main gate, of course. I knew that all along. I was just testing you. A Wizard 101 Nuzlocke sounds pretty fun too. That might be something in the future when I get my streaming stuff all set up. Whenever that is. Okay. Feels a little bit dirty using this crown gear, though. Not gonna lie. But I'm sure come Croc and Marleybone and Dragon's Fire, potentially even, it's not gonna feel as dirty, for sure. Prima Donna. That's funny. Apparently, one of the newer worlds. Again, never quested past Caramel myself, but apparently one of the newer worlds has Gordon Ramsay in it, which is pretty entertaining. I mean, not exactly, you know, but a reference to Gordon Ramsay. Did I just? I guess there's no shortcut there. Because me and the better half have been watching a lot of Kitchen Nightmares. That's the show you like. It's like a guilty pleasure, you know. It's like I don't know why. Wait, is it Kitchen Nightmares? No, it's Hell's Kitchen. It's a guilty pleasure. You know, it's all scripted. You know, there's nothing to, you know, you know it's scripted, but it's just so fun to watch. But Kitchen Nightmares is also pretty gnarly. Hang on 1 second before I walk in here. Alright, guys. Sorry for that little cutaway there. Had just a little work thing come up. So where were we? Yes, okay. So we are going to go into our next boss fight a little more prepared this time, given the fact that we have, you know, all the extra health. And again, we just cannot secure the turn advantage. So at this point, you know, treasure cards are no object. We kind of need to just nuke the minion. Because I feel like in this playthrough, for every turn that there is allowed to be two enemies, we are just going to significantly reduce our chances of survival. So let's go ahead and nuke the minion. And then we could actually start to blade up for that sunbird. Yeah, see, this healing pet's gonna come in clutch. I don't know, kind of feels almost like cheating, but it is also pretty random when it happens, so. Now I'm super curious if Celestia really does have that level requirement. Not too sure. This right here should be an Oko, so no problem there. Man, Smelly Oscar is just putting in work. I think that's because he's been sitting in my shared bank for so long. He's like, dear God, don't keep me there again. Please, I'll do whatever you want. I'll heal you every turn. Except for when you actually need it. Isn't that just how the healing pets go, though? Getting flashbacks from the Harvest Lord. Well. Alright then. This is a story all about how. If I fizzle this, I literally lose. So I cannot fizzle this. Oh, thank goodness. All right. Feel like that went a lot smoother than prior boss fights. Well, I guess the bad news here is I have to go get mana. I still can't teleport to the common. Is being able to teleport, is that level locked? I mean, am I crazy? Did I just never realize that because I've never put myself through this restriction? Not too sure. Got our nice little stream of mana here. Much appreciated. I do know that Grizzleheim is level locked. So you cannot go to Grizzleheim as a level 1. Which Winter Tusk at level 1 would be pretty interesting. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Ugh, side quest, no. Absolutely not. We are a minimalist by nature. Okay, fast distraction, I promise. It won't happen again. Please, don't leave. Okay. This is what I get for attempting to record close to work hours. Just got off work and I'm like, well, might as well just try to hammer out Firecat Alley. I figure one area a day is pretty doable. However, just an FYI while I'm thinking about it, I will be out of town for a little bit for holidays. So, I guess in that regard, I should try to pre-record a little bit. I do have a gaming laptop, but I'm not too sure how the quality is going to be. Okay, so the boss of Firecat Alley, it is time. So, thinking pretty much the same deck setup ought to work. Honestly, I don't think for early game we even need the sprites. I mean, we got Smelly Oscar, we got Minor Blessings, and a Pixie. And with all this extra health, I don't really see any concerns with that. Do see a concern with the lag spikes, though. Look at Smelly Oscar, ain't he cute? For some reason, the Gobbler Ball's been pretty incestuous in my pet breeding. It seems like every time I try to hatch something, like an all-healing pet, I'll use Oscar, my Gobbler Ball, and I will end up getting just another Oscar. Just never fails. I mean, I guess there's worse things you could get. Yeah, that Ascendant Staff is huge. Just being able to get rid of the minion turn 1. Even the scales. That's how you gotta do it. But no Power Pip. Alright. Dare I say, too easy. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. It's interesting, because in normal gameplay, you don't, at least I never did, I never really used treasure cards that much. I know in PvP they use the heck out of them, like blades and shatters and all that stuff. But for PvE, I mean, I never really used them, and now it's just adding that resource management kind of aspect to the run, so that's pretty enjoyable. But yeah, to circle back with the whole like spell changes thing, the lore spells, like that's just, I mean, I'll try to be optimistic. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. I mean, comment down below what your thoughts are on the new Loremaster spell changes. I think as a credit card warrior myself, it's just kind of how it is. I've been that way with every game I play. Just kind of how it works out. There's nothing wrong with that, but I had finally gotten enough spell elements to craft Gringle's Amends on my Myth, Deer Knight on my Death, and Rat Spin on my life, my other life, my main life. And they changed the spells. I'm like, that's kind of lame. I mean, I don't know. I guess when you start getting the school pips, it gets better. But as of right now, I'm just like, man, kind of dirty to do the consumer like that after they spend all that money. But again, let me just preface that by saying it's out of complete ignorance because I don't know what the new pips entail. Maybe they made it better, but whenever I was looking at Reddit and stuff, it seems like the Deer Knight changes are universally hated. Um, but maybe that was just how I was interpreting it. Not too sure. Yeah, comment down below what your thoughts are on the new spell changes. I do know that for my death, and obviously for this life right here, it makes the spell unusable. I can't use Rat Spin on this wizard. And I cannot... Well, I could use it on my Death Wizard, because I actually have gear that I can socket the Arc Mastery in. So, that's an option. Alright, and that is Firecat Alley. And I'm just going to look longingly into Sergeant Muldoon's eyes. Oh, Sergeant, thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah, I mean... Anyway, this has been my TED Talk on the new lore spells. Not the biggest fan so far, of course. And that's been Firecat Alley. Very smooth compared to, Triton Avenue. But that's, of course, because we spent money. Money solves all of our problems here. Wonder if anyone's ever did, like, a credit card run. Did a credit card run and just seeing how far they can get spending money. I mean, sounds kind of silly, but... I do not think I'll be doing that playthrough, unfortunately. Alright, everyone, so that'll be the episode. We got Firecat Alley done, and we're going to be looking at Cyclops Lane next. The last area of Wizard City, besides Colossus, but I'm probably just going to skip that and go straight to Croc, since we won't be getting any overflow XP or anything. But yeah, next time we'll tackle Cyclops Alley, and look into getting over to Croc. So thanks so much for tuning in as always. If you like it, feel free to subscribe, comment, give me your feedback, give me, things I could do better, and especially for those that are pretty knowledgeable on the game, if there's any gear upgrades that I might want to look into. Obviously I can just, swipe the almighty credit card and buy more stuff, but any gauntlet things like the Tanglewood staff I learned about that gives a power pip, anything like that, feel free to let me know. Conversely, if anyone has a all health pet, I don't know anyone who would have that, but that might be something interesting that I would look into for sure. But yeah, everyone take it easy, be safe, and yeah, catch y'all next time.